This is a tutorial on how I root, smudge, and gloss my client using Redken Shades EQ. Just did a full foil on her, and we have detangled her and sectioned her into 4 sections: front left, front right, back left, back right. And we always start in the back. You want to make sure that your sections are really clean. That's why I'm brushing here, to make sure that there's no stray hairs and I can fully brush through to the ends. And then my assistant and I, when we work together, I start on the back left and work from the top to the bottom, and she works from the bottom to the top on the back right. Notice that when we started doing the root smudge, we smudged along all of the part lines of the 4 quadrants first, so that we can get maximum coverage in those areas and she won't have any lines whatsoever on her part line. And then on our color brush, we're using a pretty good amount of product and like a medium pressure to make sure that we cover all those lines. And if there's any foils that you like balayaged in the foil, or you like feathered up, you want to make sure that you drag your product down far enough to cover those lines and get rid of the lines of demarcation. And then we're using a wet color brush to brush through our root smudge as we go, so that we get a really nice blend and the product can be brought down a little bit. So once we finish the back, we move on to the front, and we pretty much do the same process. The only difference is that we leave out about a 1 to 2 inch horizontal section around her hairline, and we smudge that at the very end. So I work from the top to the bottom, Lindsay works from the bottom to the top, and we kind of do the same process we did in the back, making sure that we're applying enough product. We brush as we go. And so one of the things you want to be mindful of is that the section that you're holding, that the tips do not dip into the back root color. You want to keep it really clean and make sure that you pay attention to where that hair is landing. And so now we're going into the glossing process. I sectioned her hair from the ear forward out, and we're just going to focus on the back, and we're blending from the root down into the mid-lengths and the tips with this gloss. And then I will tone the front section last, and I like this sectioning for this client specifically because her hairline isn't very strong. She has like less hair in the front, and I want her money piece to pop, and I want it to feel full and bright in the front. And so I am just going to tone from her root to the mid-lengths, and then the tips we're going to leave out and leave them nice and raw and bright because she lifted so well. And that's going to help create that extra pop that sometimes you can feel like is missing whenever we don't tone this way. So this is a really great way to make somebody's hairline stand out when they don't have a ton of hair in the front. And I saw like a little warm spot right here, so I just wanted to spot treat it. After she's processed for like 5 to 10 minutes, I'll lean her back and tone the front just to make sure it's cohesive. Here's what the back looks like while it's processing. Hope this video was helpful.